So beautiful, we greet you this morn. What wondrous joy we behold in your form.
We give our thanks for the gift of this day. Guide and protect
Kayban's family is here, being Shislene, Luth, Cahill, Kiara, and obviously Kayban. We're here to focus on fairness. We're here to passionately protect and advocate. And also we're here to rejoice as a community, because to see this come to life through the efforts of many, many people and through Shizlene's undying focus on making sure that this is front of mind is quite amazing. Most importantly, let's make this a happy occasion. Let's make it something to remember and something that will change and create change.
Today is a really special day, not only for Shislene and Kayban and their family, but also because it's brought out this sense of compassion, concern, a sense of humanity in our community. Shislene and family came to Bunbury, to our community, to learn from our community, and at the same time to contribute to our community. And while they were here, Kayban was born. With the Australia that I grew up in, would have wrapped their arms around Shislene and her family. And that's what our community is doing today. But when it comes to immigration law, it seems to be a little bit more remote, and it seems bizarre that Shislene and her family have the ability to stay here and continue to do the work that they're doing, but Kayban, because of his medical circumstances, does not. And that's why we're here today. That's not a decent decision. It's not the decision that all of us would expect from our policymakers. It's not what we as an Australian community stand for. And that's why we're here today, to show the grassroots of our community, the people that know Shislene and her family, are proud to stand by and support them. The matter is now before the Administrative Appeals Tribunal at the federal level, and after that the Minister will make a final decision in relation to Kayban's future. And I think it is incredibly important that the Minister understands the feeling of this community when that matter comes before him. Let's celebrate today. Let's celebrate our sense of community and our solidarity for Kayban, for Shislene, for Jamshaad and the rest of the family, and show them what Bunbury is really about, that we are a caring community and we will stand by members of our community and we will do our best for them. Thank you very much. Make this march count, and let's make sure that in the next few weeks in the lead up to the Administrative Appeals Tribunal and beyond, that nobody has any doubt about what this community is saying to support Kayban. Thank you.
My name's Beryl Palmer. I teach in the social work program at Edith Cowan University, and so I met Shislene 6 years ago when she came to study at Bunbury, and she chose our campus, for which we were very grateful. It was a really good experience for us to have an international student. We hadn't had a lot of experience with that. Shislene had worked as a community worker before she came to study with us, and she brought that wisdom with her, which was just amazing. And so it was a really positive thing for us to have her in the program. One of the things, we knew that she was really committed to her study, but one of the things that was also really apparent was that she had the love and the support of Luth, who was basically a stay-at-home parent. And one of the things that did was really challenge people's perceptions about what a Muslim family looks like and what the roles might be. And Shislene was always incredibly tolerant and patient with people who would act surprised about the domestic arrangements that they had. When people confronted her about the idea that she was made to wear a veil, she was less tolerant. And we were very understanding of that. So we appreciated the way she responded to the staff and the students in educating us, but we also gave her lots of licence to be annoyed when it was really appropriate for her to be annoyed about people's level of ignorance. So Shislene continued to do her studies, and Lutz continued to stay home and look after Carl, and then Kiara, and then when Shislene was pregnant with Kayban, we thought, oh, now we'll see her slow down. But of course we didn't. She just kept going. She had plans to deliver Kayban and then to continue with her final field placement, and then to move on with her career. But of course, as we know, when Kayban was born, a few days later there was an emergency rush to the hospital, and the realisation that there had been a traumatic birth trauma which had resulted in really serious medical issues. So that was really confronting for everyone in the program. Everyone had an incredible sense of, an overwhelming sense of what this would mean for the family. But of course they kept going, which is what's brought us here today, is the absolute determination of this family to do everything possible for their family, for their children, and to make sure that they have the absolute best. And the fact that this group of people who have brought the campaign together represents such a diverse group of people in Bunbury, really people that Luth and Shislene and the children know through their university, through the work, through school, through voluntary work, through sporting clubs, through faith groups. All of those people have been so committed to getting this campaign up and running, to make the government aware of how important it is that we demonstrate that we are a caring and compassionate community. Shizlene's background's in community development, as is mine, and social workers think they know a lot about everything, I have to admit. But we do profess to know a lot about communities and what makes a functioning community. And one of the things that makes a functioning community is the capacity for reciprocity, that people can give back to the community. And so as much as I know that Shislene and Luth and the children are grateful that we're here, just wanting to say that we have an opportunity to be very grateful to them for giving us all that opportunity. We know that people want to be able to reciprocate, to meet their community obligations, because that's how we know that we belong. And belonging is so important when we're being encouraged in all sorts of ways to think it's just about us, and that it's just about our little concerns. We know that people's health is much better when they realise there's something bigger than ourselves. And that's what this family's done for us as a community, is reminded us there is something much bigger than just ourselves. And so that's why I know I am really grateful to Shislene and her family. So yes, I echo Damien's point. Let's just make this a real celebration of this family and of us and our capacity to do everything we can to make sure they stay. Thanks.
Well done.
So beautiful, we greet you this morn. What wondrous joy we behold in your form.
We give our thanks for the gift awakening eye that longing witness into faces and spaces from faraway years. She opens and shines to music and song that brings back the memory of young and with eyes that remember, my Sarah speaks to me.
The most amazing thing Australians can do is be compassionate. We want some compassion from the Australian government. Make sure that Kayban stays in this country, stays in his house, stays in Bunbury, Western Australia, and for good. Save Kayban.
The amazing turnout for this rally for Kayban.
I hear music all around. It takes me to this home I found. And whatever life will bring, this melody's for you.
we need this family to be here. Shazleen is my social worker. I'm a number in the NDIS. I have a disease that doesn't have a Medicare number. I get looked over by a lot of people because I appear to be obese. But the government took me on as a 4-year-old, as a 10-pound pom that's gained a few since I've been here. But the government took me on. They never said, your kid might get sick one day. Shazleen is not asking to live here forever, because she comes from an amazing place that most of us would dream of going on holidays to. All she wants is a chance for her family to be whole and her family to stay together, and the idiosyncrasies of our beloved government to suspend their lunacy for a minute and look at this team and know they're only a team because they're whole. These guys look after their child better than, poster behaviour for perfect parenting. Love, contentment, happiness and community. But I came today because we have to count. We have to count for something. We're Australians. We are a country that's supposed to be about a fair go. And I don't see that. I don't see that in the bureaucracy, and I don't see that today. And please give this family a fair go. Let them stay together. How has the policy of separating families happened to us in the past? Like, come on, it hasn't worked. Please keep them whole. Save Kayban.
I think it's completely and utterly wrong that they're doing this to this lovely young kid. Thank you.
Hey, go. Enjoy. Thank you very much.
Currently, I'm going through a bunch of things where it's a bureaucracy deciding on my status as a person. And it's very like, they don't care about my view, they will care about what their view. And this is kind of like rings a tune with it. To me, it's also quite disgusting how someone that's born in Australia can have its citizenship pretty much removed on the basis of a medical cause. And Australia is one of those countries that has the most ability to actually fix and help this person rather than their homeland, which would not. And so basically, it's either, we might as well bring him back death penalty, because it's kind of like, that's what it is. Child gets sent back, it's a death sentence. And yet they should be just loved by this country, because we love them, they should be loved here.
Sweet child, so beautiful, we greet you this morn. What wondrous joy we behold in your form.
We give our thanks for the gift of this day. Guide and protect her forever, we pray. The awakening eye that longingly peers into faces and spaces from faraway years. She opens and shines to music and song.